Hey guys, today I have an interesting video, and it's different in my usual stuff. Um, the beatnicks. I didn't know what else to start out that title but saying beatnik. What do we know about the beatniks? Well, the beatnik started in the late 40s, early 1950s. And lasted to the very early 60s. Um, a beatnik is defined by categories of non-uniformity, an interest in experimental lifestyles, whatever that would be, and poetry. Those are like the three aspects in jazz too, jazz music. Um, What I found interesting about the beatnik and studying this for this video is I feel like we're actually kind of seeing a rebirthing of the beatnik nowadays. What do I mean by this? Well, our culture, it's very black and white, or at least it seems that way. Because you get left versus right. But nowadays, you get a group of people, such as myself, who are saying no. It shouldn't be left versus right. What it is the powers that be versus us. And I feel like you're getting non-uniformists. That's what they're calling us nowadays. Not beatniks, but non-uniformists. Now, I could be wrong. It could be beatniks, and that's what I kind of made this video for. If anyone considers themselves to be beatnik, let me know in the comments. I really want to know. The best book to check out if you want to know more about the beat generation, what they call it, is checking out a book called How by oh, I forget his name, but Ginsberg. Something Ginsberg. It's a really interesting book, and it may not mean much now, but back in the day it was controversial. What I like about the book, it really touches on our society's fears about everything. Ginsberg really went into deep detail of this poem. Now, I'm also going to talk about the music, what inspired beatniks. Of course, you got like the later jazz, because beatniks were all about jazz, you know. And you also get somewhat of a rock bands what are influenced by beatniks. The one what comes up in my head is The Doors, of course. Jim Morrison was very shaped by the beatniks. So I don't know. I thought this was an interesting talking point. I feel like we are seeing like somewhat of a rebirth of the beatniks. So I kind of wanted to talk about this. And even if you think like, or at least old school hip hop or something like that, they use poetry and stuff like that. So yeah, I think we are seeing somewhat of like a rebirth. If you agree with me, put it down in the comments. If you don't agree with me, put it down in the comments. I would really like to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Because I think it's interesting, actually. I think this whole thing is interesting. Because I think while we go on, we're going to see a rebirth of a lot of things. And one of them, I think, the beatniks. Because in a way, it is the most misunderstood thing I can think of. And it's the most forgettable thing. But at the same time, they left the impact on so many different cultures. the indie culture, hip hop culture, rock culture. I feel like it's only right to talk about the beatniks. And even something I'm in, like grunge. I think it was Alex Cooper who said grunge was basically beatnik rock. In a way, he was right. So let me know down in the comments what you think about this video, and it has any like modern day beatniks, and even if you're like old school beatniks, let me know. I'm interested.